It's that time again where we build things in my shop thing, and if you guys are not familiar with it, we are building a Honda Shadow bobber. We're going from completely stock to like low-end chopper style. We really don't need an introduction today, but I am going to go over what we're going to try to get done today. Got here super early, so hopefully we can get some stuff done. First of all, we got to mount the rear fender. We're going to mount some supports, get the seat installed today, test fit some new parts, and I don't know, we'll see how that goes, and then we'll go from there. I don't know, I'm just winging it at this point, man. But I'm gonna crank my music up, I'm gonna turn my fans on, I'm gonna get to work. I forgot to mention, so a lot of people really like the Cove speaker that I had mentioned in one of my previous videos, so I figured I'd drop another mention for you guys. They still have that coupon code that I had before running, so that's in the description. Bluetooth, it's super powerful, connects to your smartphones, tablets, computers, whatever you want. Has an aux port too if you don't want to use Bluetooth. Goes for like 8 hours on a single battery. I got mine almost 9 when I used mine. I got mine almost 9. And you can hear well within 30 feet. I'm in this big open shop, and I can hear it throughout the entire shop, no matter where I'm at. And it doubles as speakerphone for incoming phone calls. Check out the description, it's got a good discount for you guys. I think last time it was insanely like an insane discount. So yeah, let's get started. Thought I forgot these at the house, but I didn't. So, good for me. Now this is a pretty old trick. Using a chain around the tire to kind of get an idea for how much of a gap you want for your fender. It's kind of an old trick. I see a lot of old classic chopper dudes do this. And this is a good way to gauge. It gives you plenty of room while still giving you that nice flush look with your rear fender. I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to keep a pretty minuscule, just enough to where you don't get complete rooster tail. I do want a rear fender on this bike, but not much of one, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna look solid right there. So I'm just kind of getting an idea of how I'm gonna do this. And we'll cross this bridge a little bit more when we come to it, but I just kind of wanted to get an idea of what type of clearance we're gonna need, especially for a seat. We can't really go that much farther with the seat. Let's take this thing off the stand. The first time that I've seen it off of the stand with the hardtail. That's low. This is the important part to me, is making sure the seat is nice and round where it can actually scoop you. We're not at the seat just yet, I'm just trying to get ideas. I'll probably cut away this little connector support and weld up another one in between here. Something like that. That's about how it'll look. Oh man, that's clean. That is clean. This is low, dude. This thing is gonna be super low. It's gonna be an aggressive stance. All right, back on the lift. Start making some supports. Once we get the side supports done, we'll mount the seat. Alright, change of plans. So originally what I was hoping I could do would be to scalp this out, insert a tube in here, and then connect it right up there so there'd be a strut between here and there for extra support. But what I think I've done is I've changed my mind. Just because it won't fit in there, the 1/8 tubing. So you have this support that goes across here. What I think I'm gonna do, so normally this is the link that you use to connect the suspension. But what I think I'm gonna do is chop it off here and then weld up just one mono bar. So basically I'll just replace this with my own support that goes across the exact same location. And that way you'll have 2 points of contact there, 1 point of contact there, and it should be more than strong enough to hold. So what does that mean? It means I gotta take the wheel out and cut that shit. So I don't have my tube notcher with me. I don't really feel like going and get it. But I watched this guy. He's really smart on YouTube. I put a link for him in the description. He's helped me out a lot. Not personally, just his videos in general are, for the most part, really, really helpful. I suggest checking him out if you want to learn how to tube bend and stuff like that. But essentially, his formula for cutting tube and scalloping tube and bending tube is really smart. So I'll let you guys do that. We clear with our Fender. Got perfect clearance, enough to make a little a mount there. All right, so now we just need the connecting tube between the two. We got the tubing prepped, which basically just used a wire brush or a wire wheel to knock off any coating or paint or rust or whatever you want to call it. And then I've also scalloped out the notching of the tubing. So this way you just make sure you have a nice, what's it called? A nice angle for penetration when welding. This is important. So yeah, basically what this does is allows you to penetrate much better and just makes your weld stronger. It's important for a lot of things, especially when notching tubing, but for the most part, you want to scallop out any sort of area where you're going to be welding. You just want to make sure that that is not only as close as it can get to being a perfect fit, like this is very minuscule gaps, it's almost perfect. But at the same time, that angle allows for better penetration when welding. So yeah, so we'll just mock it up in here and then we'll tack it in place. The way we're looking, I'm gonna finish it up. Fuck. Rise now about the time where I feel kind of overwhelmed with the amount of things that I need to do. I think that's normal for projects for the most part. Let's see here. Probably pretty common. I've been spending a lot of time thinking about what do I need to do next. What's up, bud?
Yeah, dude.
What you doing?
What's happening, bro? I'm getting your dyno in my car right now.
Your car?
No, I'm just kidding. It's up on the. It's getting.
Sorry. Drilling. What you doing on your car, Jake?
No, I'm just getting an inspection of it. I'm just kidding. I'm not actually dyno.
Alright, so here's the dealio. Put the handlebars on to test fit them to see how I like them. I definitely like them. This thing is gonna ride really interesting. It's gonna be super low, it's gonna be super aggressive, super chopper, bobberish, I don't know what else to call it at this point. Moving on though, down here, seat and fender. We've run into our first problem, and that's how I'm gonna mount the seat. So in my head, I had it a little bit differently. I'd like to mount it more horizontal with the road, so that way you're kind of sitting, you're not sitting down, just because the seat's so thin and so small that I don't want to bounce off of it and land on the back tire. So that being said, there's a pretty gnarly gap between here and here that I can't really seem to figure out how I want to mount it. So I'm gonna look into getting a new seat and some taller springs for these. Now these are like the scissor springs, which are pretty cool. I think I might try just the regular compression springs. Next, oh wait, hold on, let me try something. I doubt this will work, but I'm just trying it out. Negative. So yeah, new seat, maybe new springs, or new springs definitely, maybe new seat. What else? We gotta fabricate a taillight mount, install the blinkers, then we gotta take it all back apart for painting. All right, next episode we'll finish up the seat, and yeah, it'll be like hopefully next episode. Maybe go for a test ride before I break it all down, make sure I'm happy with it, and then we'll do the reveal. I've got to go to my meetup. I'm already running kinda a little bit behind time. I checked my arm for a watch that wasn't there. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.